This is Barcelona, the capital city of Catalonia. The city has its own distinct language, culture, and history. Home to 9 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, there's so much stunning architecture to explore. We're going to visit many must-see places, meet up with a friend, and experience the beauty of the city while facing some exciting moments along the way. Starting off our journey throughout the Iberian Peninsula, our story begins here in Barcelona, baby. Let's go.
Good afternoon, guys. We have made it to Barcelona, Spain. Woo! I'm seeing like a bunch of palm trees here. The weather is pretty warm in the fall, which is nice. It is bright and sunny right now. Just checked in at the hotel and we're about to go to our first spot in Barcelona. So let's get it, guys. All right.
This is Park Güell, a beautiful UNESCO World Heritage Site. Located in the district of Gràcia, it's one of the greatest works of Antoni Gaudí, a famous architect influential in transforming Barcelona's architecture. Gaudí used the environment to his advantage and blended nature with architecture, creating a magical masterpiece. This place is not just a park, it's a living tribute to creativity, imagination, and respect for nature. An absolute must-see place.
So in the city, the main language spoken here is Catalan, which is actually not a dialect of Spanish. It's actually its own separate language. The thing is, you could speak Spanish here as well. A lot of people will understand and speak it, but if you're able to know a little bit of the phrases of Catalan, it would really make your trip a lot more worthwhile.
It was fun trying to speak a bit of Catalan with the locals. A lot of holas, bon dias, gracias, and si us plaus. But I seem to have scared people away when I introduced myself with bon dia, em cago en tot. Must have been something I said, I guess.
The city has a lot of ups and downs. I have to like climb up hills, go down hills, which is good cardio, but I am sweating. Was not expecting to sweat this much so early, but yeah, it is quite a hike for me, but it's nice. It's a good sense of cardio. I mean, I really should be doing leg day anyways, right? So this is my leg day.
And speaking of doing leg day, we're gonna head up to the neighborhood of El Carmel and check out one of the best viewpoints of the city. To be honest, my chicken legs weren't built for this climb, but I'm pushing through.
So I've decided to walk a lot of uphill because there is a popular scenic point that you can overlook. We'll see the overlook from the entire city. Oh boy, look at this, guys. This is a view. Dang. This was definitely worth the hike.
That over there is the Basílica de la Sagrada Familia, one of the most famous places in the world. It's also one of Gaudi's works, a highlight that we have to visit. Good thing it's easier walking from here. Well, some parts at least.
The city has these like, what's it called? Unlimited public transportation cards that you could take around Barcelona, and you could take them for a selected amount of days. So you could do 48 hours or 72 or 96 hours. So I'm gonna be here a couple days, so I figured I'd do the 48 hours. It'll save me a lot of time and money because I'm gonna take the public transportation a lot. So figured I'd try to get it right.
The district of Gràcia is known for its bohemian atmosphere and strong Catalan culture, with its many nice plazas, local markets, and cultural venues.
Finally got money out of an ATM. One thing I've noticed about the ATMs is that the local ones, like maybe Santander or other ones, tend to charge you a lot for the service fee. Like, I think one of the local ones that I tried, they were charging like €7. I'm like, damn, that is a lot for withdrawing money. But if you try the ones that are like Deutsche Bank or other foreign banks, those tend to charge you less. Deutsche Bank charged me like maybe €4. So I'm like, I'll take it. So yeah. And I figured I probably use cash around here because I do not want to pay foreign transaction fees, because that is really going to add up on my expenses.
Now that I got my money, let's check out a local market. Barcelona has a lot of amazing markets. You can check out a wide selection of fresh produce and regional food. I'm getting hungry talking about food, so let's get a little snack to eat. Throughout my day, I noticed that there seems to be a lot of tension when interacting with a few locals, especially seeing signs telling tourists to go home. There's a lot of issues to be considered and addressed, and we have to do our best to be respectful of the culture and traditions, because Barcelona is a great city and there's a lot of cool people here.
In a place like Barcelona with a bunch of tourists, it is recommended that you book a lot of these attractions early on, because they are going to be booked by the time you look at them. It is recommended that you book a lot of these places like months in advance. Sometimes you can get lucky and you'll be able to get to see the attractions that you want to see. For me, I booked them like probably like 2 weeks before, and some of them I were lucky, some of them not so lucky. In the case that you aren't able to book a lot of them, you can look up like third-party vendors, or you could do guided tours, which is usually more money, but hey, I mean, what else can you do? So, and speaking of attractions, we will be visiting one attraction tonight. It is one of the architectural works of Antoni Gaudí. Managed to get a ticket for this one. They had a daytime one and a nighttime one. I figured, let me just do the nighttime one because I wasn't really sure what time I would have ended up in Barcelona, and I ate a little bit, so I'm pretty well fed. And yeah, we're gonna check it out and yeah, show you around. So, all right, let's go check it out.
This is Casa Batlló, Antoni Gaudí's creative masterpiece. It's known as the House of Bones because of its skeletal, organic appearance, resembling that of bones. Entering the museum was an immersive experience. It felt like I was in another dimension, another world. Similar to his other works, Gaudí designed this based on nature-inspired elements, capturing the imagination of this place.
You are on board the Nautilus submarine. Mother Nature. The heat of my curves seems to brace those wanting to be I always have a weakness for couples in love.
Either viewing it at night or during the day, the ambience is really unreal here.
I like the way the glass feels. It's like I'm touching scaled skin.
And that wraps up today. A fun and interesting day, to say the least. Gonna start heading home, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Today, we are going to dive deep into Barcelona's history in the Old Town, or Ciutat Vella. Barcelona's Old Town is made up of 4 districts, and we will first explore the seaside neighborhood of La Barceloneta. Literally meaning Little Barcelona, Barceloneta is known for its sandy beaches and scenic promenade. Barcelona actually didn't have any beaches at all. This place used to look a lot different as it was originally a fishing village, home to fishermen and gypsies. It wasn't until the 1992 Olympics that beaches were built to attract tourists to the city. So all of Barcelona's beaches were man-made, and many palm trees and other species were brought in to add a more tropical feel to the city. Before our next stop, I'm hungry, so let's go get some brunch. This is the Arc de Triomf. It was built as the main entrance to the 1888 Barcelona World Fair to welcome visitors to the city. The entrance leads to Ciutadella Park, the site of its World Fair. Ciutadella Park is a beautiful green oasis located right in the heart of the city. Filled with lush gardens, stunning sculptures, and rich wildlife, it's a great place to relax in nature. The neighborhood of La Ribera is known for its Gothic architecture, museums, and historic attractions. Here you can find street art and explore its many shops, cafes, and markets.
I les vistes antigues testimonien la potència monumental que va arribar a Barcelona.
Guys, you won't believe what I saw next. Yeah, guess they're having a crappy day, huh? La Rambla is a famous street in the Old Town, one of the most notable streets in Barcelona. Here you can explore many popular shops and markets, showcasing foods including tapas, paellas, and jamón ibérico.
Hola, hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
One popular market is La Boqueria Market. Although I would avoid buying food here as it's expensive and a tourist trap. I recommend going to local markets instead, but for the atmosphere itself, La Boqueria Market is worth the experience. El Raval is a multicultural neighborhood known for its cultural attractions and vibrant nightlife. Here you can meet the charming, cute Botero cat. Now let's get deeper into the Old Town. This is Barri Gòtic, or the Gothic Quarter, the oldest part of Barcelona. This center is known for its medieval architecture, cobblestone streets, and historic attractions. Right outside City Hall, we met a man who asked us these questions regarding the state of Barcelona. How the impact of over-tourism negatively affects the lives of the people. It's important to bring these concerns to attention, and I hope that we can work together to find solutions. Later, we're gonna meet up with a friend for lunch. But first, we have a couple of pit stops to make. One place we went to was the birthplace of Barcelona, known as Montjuïc. It's a steep hill with a lot of walking, but there's tons of options to take public transportation. I recommend taking the Teleférico, the cable car up, to see the amazing views of the city. The next spot we went to is the Gloria Square to check out a charming flea market. This is the Mercat de Encants, or the Market of Charms. It's one of the oldest markets in Europe, dating back to the 14th century. Here you can find a lot of secondhand goods, antiques, vintage clothing, and more. This bustling market is a solid place for a charming shopping experience. And speaking of charming,
Oh my god, look who it is! Whoa! It's Tinto de Verano. It is a summer drink that is lighter than a sangria. And what do you have?
And I have una copa de verdejo.
I see.
Vino blanco.
¿Cómo se dice en inglés?
A glass of white verdejo wine. So my personal story of why I came to Barcelona is not the very typical one, because a lot of people come here for touristic reasons. My reason was more career pushed. So I came here to do my master's, and then somehow I fell in love with the city, as probably most of you who have visited, because of the weather, of atmosphere, of architecture, including cheap wine, and the really amazing food. And the quality of life is really qualitative. I mean, people enjoy their time here. They love to sit down in bars, have some tapas, have some vermouth, and just talk about life. And you don't feel that much of stress of like, everyone has their own responsibilities, everyone has their own life and so on, but people make time for each other. I highly recommend, because now I have been on both sides. I have been in Barcelona as a tourist, but also from the side of a local. And what I can suggest for your visit, whether it's going to be tourism reasons or longer term reasons, I suggest you to try to blend in the culture, try to enjoy the life here and sort of slow down, really take the moment to enjoy the sun, go in the bar, order vermouth, some tapas, enjoy the time, try to connect with the locals. The locals here, keep in mind, they speak Catalan, and in this sense, try to at least know some basic words. I think the locals will be really happy about it, and really respect their space, because for them it's a casual day. For you, it's more of a trip, a short stay. So really try to respect the city. Don't trash, don't shout. Respect other people around you. That's all.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here, but speaking of respecting the locals here, what is the general sentiment about tourists going home? Because there's a lot of graffiti everywhere about like tourists go home. There's a lot of animosity, especially with a lot of the protests that have been happening across Spain. Do you feel like that sentiment is pretty widespread among the locals, or is it just like a specific set of locals?
I think it's quite widespread, because Barcelona is initially not such a big city, but it becomes city because it's overpopulated. So there's a lot of people coming here, a lot of tourists, a lot of people like me, like that are called guiris, that we come here, we do studies or we live, but at the same time, because the prices are getting higher, the rent is getting higher, and to get a decent price apartment in Barcelona is becoming extremely complicated. So automatically, if you're a local and you don't have good opportunities to advance your career and to have like the top-notch job with a great salary or competitive salary, automatically you're being pushed out of your own city. So this sentiment is quite typical among locals, and it's quite complicated. That's why, like, from my perspective, what I'm suggesting for the people who are coming here to be like very mindful and respectful of your actions, of how you behave, and just respect the space. But the views are nice.
And it's by the hotel?
It's a hotel, how is it called? It's called Bar Terraza Hotel.
Nice. Good job. Boom.
Hello, my Riverside people. Sunny, amazing, warm wishes from Barcelona. Miss you all.
So I can miss Sagrada.
But you cannot miss visiting me in Barcelona because I'm the highlight of your trip.
Okay. Good job.
I think it's time, guys. It's time to visit the Basílica de la Sagrada Familia. Considered to be Antoni Gaudi's greatest work, this is one of the most visited places in the world. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this is the largest unfinished Catholic church in the world. It's been under construction since 1882, and at the moment it's apparently planned to be completed by 2026. Meaning Holy Family, Sagrada Familia is dedicated to Jesus' family. Works of art symbolizing Jesus, his mother Mary, the 4 evangelists, and the 12 apostles. The building symbolizes Christ's life, representing faith, hope, and love through its stunning architecture, sculptures, and stained glass windows.
Dang, this is like really amazing. I'm lucky they had a ticket for this because I was pretty late booking this one.
Sagrada is a breathtaking experience. The interior is amazing, with an innovative mix of architectural styles. I love how Gaudi designed the intricate details and shapes, utilizing elements of nature, light, and color to his advantage.
Look at that spiral, and you can see there's an elevator chute that leads you to the top of the Basilica, but that's a separate ticket, which I do not have.
For some reason, they had a rock performance set up right outside Sagrada, and I'm like, why would they do that?
This is not the time for rock music.
The grannies I talked to were like, "Que ruido! How noisy!" Tickets sell out fast, so I recommend booking months in advance. I actually booked this less than 2 weeks before, and everything was sold out, so I had to book through a third-party app. Luckily, it was only 10 euros more than the regular price, so it wasn't so bad.
This basilica is really massive. There's like a lot of stuff to see here. There's like a museum underground. There's like audio visuals and a lot of history that you can check out around here. Definitely worth the 36 euros that I paid. Yeah. Now, if I got it for the regular price, that would be a steal. This would really be a steal. But hey, once in a lifetime, right? So.
Sagrada Familia is a beautiful piece of art, culture, and history. Truly a masterpiece.
Es que hay unos que no le consigo la entrada, ¿sabes?
Well, guys, this wraps up my journey here in Barcelona. It's been a fun and interesting one for sure. A lot of attractions to explore, very beautiful attractions. A lot of the people here are very awesome and chill. I will have to be honest that there is definitely a lot of tension here with tourists, problems with tourism in correlation with higher costs of living and more issues for the locals living here. I feel really bad and sympathy for a lot of the people that live here, that grew up here, and the issues that the locals are having now. I kind of wish everybody could get along, you know, tourists can enjoy the beauty of Barcelona and the locals get to enjoy the city that they grew up in. Really try to respect and honor, you know, the city that was formed here and the history and the people, because the people make the city. And at the end of the day, this is just my opinion again, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, just trying to be honest and make this an open discussion for how we can find a solution towards this. It's a tough situation, but I hope things really do get better in the future. It's been real, guys. Barcelona, you're awesome, and enjoy the night, enjoy the video. Next up, we'll be headed to our next spot in Spain. So, all right, peace out, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
We come here to enjoy the beautiful places, but we often ignore the harsh realities of what many who live here have to face day to day. Please support the locals, support local businesses, respect the people, the culture, and the community. Let's play a part in helping the people who make Barcelona the beautiful city that we've come to experience.